Hi, I'm D.Lee Beard, and you're watching Ask the Techies. Today I'm going to talk about an iPad app. If you've used the Safari browser, you may find that it's not quite meeting up to some of your demands and expectations, some of the choices that you've had on your desktop computer. So I'm going to talk about Atomic Web Browser. It's a great little tool. If you actually go to the website, go to iTunes, you'll find that there's a free version, and there's also a version that you pay 99 cents for, that you get a few extra features for that you might find useful, including, some of the things about blocking ads. That's one of the things that you get as a bonus with the paid version. Go ahead and close out of that. So anyway, just go ahead and launch it and show you how this works. So there's the Atomic Web Browser. Tap on that, and there I go. And as you can see, one of the first things you'll notice is up here at the top that I've actually got these tabs. And then I can, add a new tab, come over here. I can go to my bookmarks and say, let's choose one. Like one of the things we talked about last week's video, the amazing Miro and its video converter program that can help take all those open source OGG formats and convert them into something you can actually work with. So there you go. Kind of go through there. It's got a lot of great little features in here under the settings. In addition to these tabs, you can also get rid of all these buttons so you have full screen view. And basically you can do that with a 3-finger tap. Watch. This stuff's going to disappear right up here. Oops, didn't mean to tap that. There we go. There we go. And now I've got full screen view, able to take full advantage of the screen. It is a small screen on the iPad, and there's also a version that comes for the iPod Touch and iPhone. And again, full screen, it can make a difference between being able to see what you've got and what you can't get. It also gives you a choice between 2-finger swipe, and you can go to the previous tab and swipe again. It'll cycle you through. And if you want to get back to the, you're used to seeing tabs and things like that, you just do the 3-finger tap again and it comes right back. There's settings over here that you've got. And you have a private mode. Right now I'm in private mode, which means it's not going to remember anywhere that I go right now. So when I quit out, no one's going to know where I went. It kind of keeps nothing stored on the iPad. It gets rid of that. But you can put that on, and that way it'll show up in history, and you can find, what was that page I went to last week, where you can go back and look at that history. You can also unlock the rotation, or you can lock the rotation. So when you click on that, you can lock it. You know when you rotate it and the screen goes whoop, whoop, and sometimes you have it on your lap and it's at an angle. You can lock, obviously, the iPad on the side. But if you always view web pages in the landscape as opposed to the portrait mode, you can lock it so that you can still keep it floating for everything else on the iPad, but it'll stay locked on this web browser, which is a great little tool. You can also increase the font size by tapping that. That's something you can't do with Safari. Now this is a little iffy depending on how the web page was coded as to how well it's easy to read, but if you do have poor vision and just zooming in doesn't quite work because text is going back and forth from left and right, you can increase the font size, it's nice, and decrease it as well. And you can also say save font for that site so that it can remember how big you wanted the font to be for that site. You can also adjust the brightness. So when you click on that, you can actually dim this down for nighttime viewing. Come on. There we go. So that you don't make quite, so it isn't hurting your eyes when the lights are all down and you're just kind of reading a little bit, surfing the web a little bit before you go to bed. This bright glow in your eyes keeping you up all night, throwing off your whole, what's those biorhythms that are affected by light? Seasonal affective disorders can be cured by that. Anyway, so you can dim it. And it comes with a whole bunch of other settings in here as well. When you click on, oops, if I can get my fingers right. You click on settings, you see lots of different choices that are in here. You've got the ability to identify the browser as. So if you come to a web page that isn't liking it, knowing that it's an iPad browser, you can say, I'll tell you what, identify me as Internet Explorer. And then maybe you'll work for me, because some web pages are like that. Or if you just want to hide what kind of web browser you use, that you don't use an iPad. I don't want to admit that I've actually spent $500 for this little ebook reader. You can do that. Actually, it's more than an ebook reader. That's why I have one and I'm very happy with it. You also have some other privacy options. You can lock on startup. What this does is you can lock the home page, last page viewed, last session, choose option to startup. So you have a lot of security things where you can basically passcode protect your iPad, the web browser. So if you're doing banking on your iPad or anything like that, or Christmas gift shopping and you share the iPad with someone, or if you leave Gmail up and you don't want people to be able to, if they got your iPad, to be able to get your mail, you're basically locking it down this way without having to lock down the whole iPad, just that one application. So this is a neat way to do it. You can also clear history, delete cookies, cache, all of that kind of thing. So clear your Twitter session. There's lots of things you can do in there. Full screen options, you have multi-touch options, and you can actually adjust the multi-touch options as well to choose different things that you might want to do. And so lots of different things here. You can change the themes. I chose brown as my theme. You get other color schemes. You can make it gray, make it blue, whatever setting you want. If you want to make it blue, if you're a UK fan, that is UK as in University of Kentucky, yeah, then you can choose that one. So pick the color that fits your favorite sports team. So lots of options in here to import and export your bookmarks, which is handy. Increase zoom level, whether you want to display images or not. If you're worried about internet connection or speed, you just say, don't show me the images. I'm just trying to get the text for most of my stuff. Then you can do that sort of thing on there. The ad block is a nice feature because who wants to look at a lot of these ads? And that blocks out quite a few of them. So that can be a helpful tool for you as well. There's also, close, thank you. If you click on the plus button, you can, of course, add a bookmark, and you can say open in Safari or email the URL. So you can email it to yourself or email it to someone. That's a great tool. You can post the URL on Facebook. You said, wow, this is great. I should put this on Facebook to share with other people. You can do that as well as Twitter. You can also save the web page. And this is where you can actually save it as a file that you can then view offline when you don't have internet access. So if you have the Wi-Fi one like I do and don't have 3G, that can be a way for you to be able to view that stuff. Or you don't want to use up your bandwidth in 3G. And so this is a way for you, again, to save that file. So anyway, I think it's a fantastic browser. It's I got it for 99 cents early on. It was a discounted. You know, keep an eye out. Sometimes things do come down. If nothing else, you can download the free one and try it out. You don't get things like the, you know, the ad block, but you still get a lot of other features that might be helpful to you. And what you're missing, well, if you think that might be valuable to you, maybe it's worth $2 to get that. Anyway, just wanted to let you know about that application. Hope you found this useful. Thanks for watching Ask the Techies.